compound word, they don't even own their own .com. No comparison. Like we're better, right? So, and then we do this, we iterate through being better in a lot of other ways. And, this is just kind of the things I'm telling your users about, because they could use these in their own businesses. So if you're thinking about naming your business something that makes sense, you really shouldn't. Really, you shouldn't. And companies that had names that make sense, change them so that they're weird again, because it's more effective.
Yeah, I actually just read 22 immutable laws of branding, and you just laid pretty much branding information out, so people listen up, rewatch it, take notes, and analyze what your company name and logo should sound like, look like, and stand for, to be be put into a pot with all the other competitors.
And if you have to spell it for people, change it. There's nothing worse than homonyms, which is two words that sound identical but are spelled differently. So for instance, if you have the word bite, all right, well, is that B-Y-T-E or B-I-T-E? Really depends on whoever registered it. Yeah. Nightmare, I can't remember all the other instances you run into of that, but if you can't just say it to somebody and you have to spell it, like I used to have a domain called Strape, which was like a mix of strawberry and grape, similar to Skype.
Yeah.
But every time I would tell people it, I'd have to spell it. And it sucks so bad to continue to do that. I vowed to never, ever need to spell my brand to anyone ever again.
So good, I just mixed that up, so we got an extra branding lesson. Yep. So what I wanted to ask before we really dive into Hex is, you just said Trump is president. It's looking like Biden is going to be president.
Sure.
And
yep.
It's looking like he's going to be printing a lot of money, because what he said is he's for more lockdowns. He's for more helicopter money. So do you think a Biden presidency will speed up the rise of cryptocurrencies and alternative assets and inflation?
Everyone has always thought that about the Democrats, but then when you look at the chart, the Democrats have always spent less money than the Republicans, by a lot, by a shitload. I mean, the only time the budget was ever balanced was under Clinton. So it's this myth that Democrats like to spend more because they care more about people and want spending less. The Republicans always spend more. They do more wars. They do more, give oil people rebates. They do more tax breaks and shit. And if you're already rich, that's good for you. So now the middle class is going to get fucked more. The lower class is going to get fucked more. And the billionaires are just going to do better. So, okay. I mean, if that's the game. Because if you think about it, if you own assets, the money printing doesn't... If you price everything in ounces of gold, everything still costs the same. So like your house costs the same ounces of gold now that it cost like 200 years ago. Your car costs probably about the same. The stuff, like when you compare the price of things in other things, the ratios are all very similar over time. The only thing that changes is that the money becomes less and less valuable. And so the prices of stuff in money, call it dollars or euros, always goes up over time. So if you're holding assets, the inflation to you doesn't really matter, because your asset inflated in its price. And then if you sell your asset that inflated, you can go buy all the other assets that inflated. So the only people that get fucked are the people that are sitting either on no assets and just earning cash, and then their wages go less far, or the people that have saved and are sitting on cash. And now you can't buy anything because all the prices are higher. So this concept of helicopter money, it just makes the rich richer and the poor poorer, and that's it. So savers that are sitting on cash and people that don't have any savings and just have a wage, those people get fucked in a helicopter money environment. And all the rich people, they just get more money. So right now, everyone has no work. Entire industries are put out of business. Travel industries ruined. Cruises ruined, airlines ruined, luggage companies ruined. Everybody's ruined. But new all-time highs in the NASDAQ, new all-time highs in the S&P 500, touching very close to new all-time highs in Bitcoin. New all-time, like house prices haven't moved down at all, even though there's for rent signs everywhere. Okay, well, I guess the economy is really very loosely actually tied to the market. The market can do its own thing, and the economy is kind of like optional in a print money environment. So there's your economics lesson. So in summary, Republicans always spend more than Democrats, even though everyone thinks the Democrats spend more than Republicans. And if you're already rich and sitting on assets, go ahead and do as much helicopter money as you want. Everything you own is going to go up in price. Yay, it's all more valuable now. But it's not really more valuable, because the shit you would buy, like if you sold your asset to buy other stuff, that stuff went up in value too. So your ratios are all still the same. The only people that get screwed are the people that have saved cash and are sitting on it, and the people that have wages. And that's it.
That's also another branding lesson, because the Republicans managed to get the brand that they do less spending. So perception is reality.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, it's what's like, you could look on the chart and you're just like, deficit under Republicans, deficit under Democrats. And it literally does this. And you're like, yeah, that's real obvious. Like there's no question.
Okay, so when did you come up with the idea to create Hex?
It's funny. Sometimes you accidentally hit on amazing things. So originally, I was like, all right, I'm launching a coin. It's the maximum highest possible return on investment you could ever possibly do. I'm launching a coin. All right, what's the best coin I can launch? Well, it would be cool if like the coin did real work and made a difference in the world. All right, so let's, instead of doing wasteful proof of work where you're just burning electricity all the time, let's do useful proof of work and mine solutions to like hard science problems. So I had a buddy that wrote some computational fluid dynamics software. I was like, all right, we're going to tokenize and turn into a proof of work system this CFD computation. It was too hard to do. It was insanely hard to do, like insanely. So I'm like, all right, we're going to rotate. We're pivoting. That's too hard. So what's a little easier and still awesome? All right, let's take Bitcoin value and allow it to transmit over this new, better network, the Ethereum network. And we'll just give free coins to all the people that have Bitcoin. Okay, let's do that. That's an okay idea, right? And then I thought, well, why don't we make sure that people actually adopt it and use it? Slap some game theory on there. Because like I made millions and millions of dollars on affiliate